tenacious, quick, and cunning. These are just 3 words that describe rookie sensation Andrea Kimi Antonelli. After replacing Lewis Hamilton in the second Mercedes, the young Italian has been on fire since the start of the 2025 season. A P4 in Australia, followed by P6 in China, means the rookie is certainly on par with teammate George Russell. But how good is Kimi Antonelli really, and will he fill the giant boots of Lewis Hamilton? Let's find out. Born August 25th, 2006, yes, you heard it right, Andrea Kimi Antonelli is what you'll describe as a Gen Z guy. However, his driving might resemble that of a veteran like Fernando Alonso. Raised in the Italian city of Bologna, Kimi had a love for motorsport from a very young age. In fact, he grew up amid the noise and glamour of racing, with his father, Marco Antonelli, being a current GT driver. Marco recently competed in the 2024 Italian GT Championship for AKM. On top of this, the Antonelli family also operated Antonelli Motorsport, which competed in the Blancpain GT Series and Porsche Super Cup. The young sensation started kart racing at the age of just 7, like what top drivers like Max and Lewis had done. However, Kimi won numerous minor championships, all culminating in his signing for Minardi management at the age of 8. Under the management of Giovanni Minardi, Antonelli showed significant skill, winning his first title at the 2015 Trofeo EasyKart Italia in the 60cc class. This enabled him to compete in the bigger EasyKart International Grand Final the same year. The young Italian won, but it wasn't just any victory. He started in P22, cutting through the field and humiliating his opponents. The next 2 years, his karting journey became a little more competitive, but the young Antonelli earned a few top 3 finishes in the Italian Cup and later the WSK Supermaster Series in 2017. By 2018, the young rookie was on everyone's radar, often being compared to Max Verstappen and his hero Ayrton Senna. Noticing this, Mercedes knew they had a star, and the British Formula One team made their move in 2018, snapping up the young Italian into the junior program. Driving for the Mercedes junior team, he won the WSK Champions Cup, South Garda Winter Cup, and just to cap it off, he added the ROK Cup International Final victory to his growing list of achievements. By now, the young Italian was only 12, where he would win a host of other championships, driving for the Mercedes affiliate Rosberg Racing. However, his big break came in 2019 when Antonelli first entered the European and World Championships, finishing runner-up in Europe and 5th in the latter. Antonelli was in prime form and his stock was growing. By the age of 14, Antonelli was driving in the senior class, winning the European Championship and WSK Euro Series on debut. But his real success came in 2021, when the Italian moved to F4. After signing for Prema, the youngster made his junior Formula A debut, finishing 10th in his first season and giving us a beautiful battle with eventual champion Oliver Bearman. His incredible performances and maiden championship in 2022 meant that the rookie was about to earn a promotion. The youngster not only moved to Formula 3 Regional in 2023, but actually won the championship, with 11 podiums and a dominant 12-second victory at Zandvoort, slowly chipping away at an F2 seat the following year, and by now, everyone had their eye on rookie sensation, with him even being added to the F1 video games. But it is his Formula 2 season in 2024, and the move of Lewis to Ferrari that ultimately led us to what this video is actually about. Before we dive into how good Antonelli is, we have noticed that 90% of viewers watching these videos are not subscribed to this channel. Please hit that subscribe and notification buttons and give us a like if you love this content. It is absolutely free. Upon arriving at Formula 2, the game completely changed. No longer were it rookies, but far more experienced competitors. The likes of Oliver Bearman, Liam Lawson and Ishak Hadjar were now his main competition. His teammate for the season, well, this was none other than Bearman himself, with the two heading up Prema. Despite a struggling race car in the first 2 races, Antonelli outdrives his teammate on both occasions. He had a little bit of bad luck with reliability and often spun when he had the chance to win. Yes, we noticed that spin in Melbourne, Kimi. Nevertheless, the young rookie continued showing his driving prowess on track, and it would later be confirmed that he was being put alongside George Russell for the 2025 Formula One season. As of this video, the young Italian has had 2 points finishes, one in torrid conditions and the second on a tough track in Shanghai. Both performances put him miles ahead of any other rookie on the current grid, which begs the question, how good is Kimi Antonelli, and can we compare him to legendary drivers of the past? The first that comes to mind is Max Verstappen. The Dutchman had a similar path where he destroyed the competition in the junior Formula A and then simply skipped F3 and F2 to earn his first drive for Toro Rosso before even having a driver's license. Now, this isn't legal anymore, or we might have seen Kimi in F1 at the age of 16, but the Italian has put up very similar performances. Unfortunately, he had an unreliable Prema for the 2024 season. Moreover, the youngster has a very typical driving style that is closer to that of Lewis than Max, but his aggression could be something that gives Max a few nightmares in the future. To understand how good Antonelli is, it is better to compare him to the likes of Lewis Hamilton, who had a very similar journey into F1, aside from the financial support Kimi enjoyed from his father. Both drivers have a consistent style, enjoying a car that is balanced instead of oversteering like the Red Bull. This is something Mercedes has perfected in the last 2 decades, earning Lewis 6 world championships. The car has a very stable rear, which gives him more confidence in the corners, while relying on the low downforce for speed down the straights. This complements the Italian style quite well, allowing him to grow into the Mercedes and perhaps unlock his full potential after a few years. Unlike Lewis though, Antonelli doesn't have a championship car, and his current Mercedes is better compared to the 2009 and 2010 McLarens, both of which saw Lewis end the season in the top half of the field. So far, Kimi has been close to his teammate Russell, who can now also be considered a veteran given the number of rookies currently on the grid. This is something no other rookie driver has managed. In fact, it takes about 2 years for a new driver to get to grips with the car and match the pace of their teammate. Unless you are in the second Red Bull, then you are screwed and your career will likely end soon. Thanks, Max. But compared to the current crop of rookies, including Liam Lawson, who was given a rocket ship, Antonelli seems on fire, leading many to believe that he could be the next Oscar Piastri. In fact, his first few races have a similar tone to that of the Australian, matching his teammate for race pace, but still trailing in the single lap format. Keep in mind that Kimi has not yet had to deal with the pressures of fighting for the title, something Oscar was almost immediately thrust into, and succeeded at doing in his second year with the Woking-based outfit. A better comparison might be Michael Schumacher, and I'll give a few seconds for everyone to voice their opinions in the comments on this. Michael's entry into the sport was very similar, driving for a second-tier team, but managing to continually put the car in the points. Back then, Formula 1 was much different, but Schumacher would continually outdrive his teammates, culminating in a scintillating victory of the 1994 World Championship. Once he got his hands on a championship-winning car, the German was unstoppable, kinda like Max and Lewis. Sorry, Lando.
This begs the question of how Kimi Antonelli will perform in a top-tier car. Let's hope Mercedes can bring back a similar incarnation to the W11 and let the young Italian show the world what he can do. His age and maturity might be his only downfall, but make sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below.